What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is time for a brand new transfer talk. We have a new striker link to discuss today, people. I also want to talk about James Justin, fullbacks in general. Also, the state of play with Bilal El Khannouss after his release clause expired at midnight, which is unfortunate. And Premier League stuff, because we're involved and we can talk about it, people, because we're involved. But listen, DCL is in the building, people. And again, we did the stream yesterday, welcome into the club and everything else like that. But I just want to say again, listen, we don't know what we're going to get. It hasn't gone his way the last few years in terms of fitness, lasting 90 minutes, his conversion rate as well. But maybe this can be the fresh start that he needs. And at 28, it's not over. You know, we could get the remontada. We could turn him back into a 40, 50 million pound striker again. That's the best case scenario that we're hoping for. But look, as long as he's healthy, we should be getting, you know, a good player in there, and he's hungry to succeed as well, which we've gotten from his interviews that he's been, you know, conducting. But what I will say, people, is everything we're saying here, minus being 28 years old bit, is what the next club's fans will be saying for Patrick Bamford. Hasn't gone his way the last few years with injuries, hasn't gone his way in front of goal, but this is the fresh start he needs. Just saying, it's funny how football works, isn't it? But DCL will not be able to do it alone. And as Farkas said, between DCL and Mecha, their injury records aren't great, so we probably will need another striker. Well, Kicker out in Germany, who are very, very reliable over there, have said that Leeds show interest, people. Show interest FC is back and in full effect. Show interest in Ermedin Demirović, the 27-year-old Bosnian striker, and they believe he's worth around 40 million euros, which I'll get into in a bit, which is around 35 million pounds. One reason why he's available, though, people, it's nothing to do with, you know, him falling off as a player. It's just a different style of play from the coach. The coach just wants a different kind of striker, or prefers a different kind of striker, because he didn't do badly. He scored 17 goals last season, 15 in the league, and he's got a good goal scoring record overall, and he matches the profile of everything we've been going for this summer. Big, strong, physical. He will have no problems adjusting to the Premier League, because he will probably be rougher than some of the centre-backs are allowed to be. So it's one of those where he's got an eye for goal, and I much prefer this one to the Greek striker we were linked with his name Fotis, or Fotis, whichever one his first name was. But yeah, this is a much better option for me. Now, going back to the 40 million euros thing, Kicker believe that even though Stuttgart want that, they're not, you know, they're hoping more for that, but they're not expecting it. So I do think a deal will be done at a lower rate. Now, we'll get into this when we move past the interest stage, because as we know, we get to the interest stage and it kind of stops for a bit. Not long to go for it to stop, as long as it has throughout the summer. But we will see if we revisit this one, because I do think this would be a really good addition. Now, would I prefer the other itch in Mitrovic? Yes, I would. I would prefer that one. But I'm saying with this one, I'd have no problems at all adding him to the strike force, and that would really give us some firepower down where we will be in the Premier League. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this one and see if anything else comes of it. But yeah, Demirovic, look out for that one. James Justin as well. He is, I would say, pretty much close to being announced to signing this weekend. Fee probably around 5 to 6 million. But what I wanted to just highlight with this one is it's got to be James Justin for me, and another big emphasis on why I think we'll finish where we'll finish in the table at this point in time, people, is because of our strong defense. And for me, it kind of goes out the window if we do not get a left back to go with James Justin. And just using Robin Gosens as an example, Atalanta made a bid for him, 12 million euro fee turned down by Fiorentina, as they consider him a key player. But that would say to me that maybe Fiorentina will probably accept around 15, 16 million euros for him. The point being is that you can get really good left backs for little money, and not even just little money, people. You can get one on loan. Please do not leave it to chance. A big basis of why I think we're going to, you know, be so resilient at the bottom is because we're going to have a strong foundation at the back. And if Bogle's out for a prolonged period of time, Goodmanson's out for a time, and it's just James Justin, and then you got Sam Byram, for me, that's not strong enough. Go get another left back in, make Byram the fifth choice, and we're good. That would be the best thing for the team, in my opinion. Got to get 2 fullbacks, please. So Justin and another is my wish, and I do hope that we get another left-footed left back. I won't change my stance on that, even though I know James Justin is adaptable on both sides. You've got to make, what if both are out? You just never know, do you? Suspensions, injuries happen. Just don't leave it to chance, Leeds United. And the left back position is so easy to cover. Now, Bilal El Khannouss, who we've been linked with, and also West Ham accredited with the interest. By the way, that goes back to the stream yesterday. And shout out to everyone that did join me for my very brief Premier League predictions, because it seems that a lot of you do want the full 1-20. So, you know, with that request, I'm a man of the people. When the window shuts and we all know where everyone is, and a few games will be played as well by then, we will do the 1-20 together live. Okay. And also, because even speaking of West Ham, I did the stream before the news of Paqueta looking to leave came out. Now, listen, Bowen is stardust to me, but you still need a supply. All right. So things could change with my predictions at this point as well. And it all depends as well what other teams do, and we'll know the state of play. But listen, I hear you, and we'll do 1-20. But Bilal El Khannouss, it's expired. So now Leicester can ask for what they want, right? Now, I don't know if Adam Underwood thought that it's expired, so maybe we can bid 6 million today and Leicester would accept. That's just jokes, people. Information and entertainment, that's just jokes. But it will now mean that Leicester can command a fee that they deem acceptable for him. And I do believe they will be looking at Amari Hutchinson and saying, if he's going for 37.5 million, Bilal El Khannouss is going for at least that. I do think they'll probably be thinking that. But what the advantage could be for the buying club, which would be Leeds United, West Ham, Crystal Palace, whoever it may be, is that maybe the payment structures will be more favorable for the buying club. It may be able to be prolonged over a longer period of time rather than all up front, like the release clause could have been, or maybe a large portion up front. It could be spread over a longer period of time. And that way, Leicester get the fee they want, and it gets dripped fed into them over a prolonged period of time also, which could be beneficial to their books in the situation they're in. So, yeah, I do expect the fee to be much higher. I probably expect the competition to be higher as well, with the prospect of payments being stretched over a longer period of time. But I wouldn't consider us out the race as of yet, but it has been made harder by not triggering the release clause and seeing where we went from there. So, yeah, it's one of those where we'll wait and see what happens with El Khannouss and see where he ends up, because I don't think he's going to be staying in the championship past the window. Now, the Premier League kicked off last night with Liverpool versus Bournemouth. And I know a few of you had Bournemouth near the bottom. I got to highly disagree with that. Just, you saw what it took with Bournemouth to get 2 goals at Anfield and looked like they were going to get a point. They were dominated for large periods of the game, but then in those moments where they had domination of the ball and kept the ball for a while, put the Anfield crowd on the back foot, and got them all up in arms, like, oh, Liverpool haven't got the ball. Oh, what's happening? But you saw how clinical they had to be with Semenyo. And listen, salute to Semenyo. Listen, Brock Lesnar, Zach Gowan, if you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. But listen, salute to Semenyo for persevering and showing the character that he did after the incident happened. And hopefully that fan is punished accordingly. But in regards to the style of play, I think Bournemouth will be absolutely fine. When it comes to the teams that they can match up against, I can definitely see Trafford being an absolute attacking fullback menace, as I've mentioned it before on this channel as well. Semenyo is Semenyo at this level. But it's about being clinical when you get those opportunities, and you saw how it is. Like in the championship, we get chance after chance after chance. You saw what happened with Bournemouth, and Bournemouth for me are levels above what Leeds are at this point in time. Look how clinical they had to be in order to almost leave with a point. That's the difference in the levels that we're now at, which is why it's going to be such a tough season. But with the right recruits to end this window, we've got a fighting chance. But it's going to be difficult. When Dan James gets that one-on-one opportunity, he's going to have to take it, man. It's one of those where every moment counts at Premier League level, man. It's going to be tough. But that's what I just want to say in regards to just the difference in levels and the amount of opportunities you get. I think it was Troy Deeney that said it yesterday, man. He said the difference between Championship and Premier League for him as a striker was, in the Championship, he'd get 8-9 opportunities per game. In the Premier League, he'd be lucky if he got 3 or 4 per game. And he said he's being generous with that number. So that's what we're up against, people. But I'm looking forward to the season, regardless. I know by game week 10, I could be looking like, oh my God, we've got another game, people. But you know what? I'm looking forward to Premier League football, people, and I hope you are too. So that is the updates for today, people. And listen, shout out to Russ, Luke McNally, Parrot House, and Mr. P for the super thanks on the last videos. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Big up to all members of the channel as well. If you want to become a member of the channel, the link is in the description. I will see you in the next one, people. Like the video. It's free to do, and it helps you out immensely. Peace out.